Hey everybody, it's Sean again. I'm here today. I just wanted to kind of show everybody a little bit of some reptile DIYs. Um, everybody wants to have a nice enclosure for their snakes, or any reptile for that matter. And quite frankly, you don't want to break the bank. Not everybody's that owns reptiles is rich. Just because you have even a $500 snake or lizard doesn't necessarily mean that you've got the money to go out and spend thousands of dollars on their enclosure. And quite frankly, I think it's a little fiscally irresponsible, really, to just go out and buy everything pre-made. Now, your water dishes, some of your hides, by all means, go out, buy something nice and heavy and sturdy that's pre-made, formulated specifically for doing uh, that specific job that you're wanting it to do. But not every aspect of your enclosure has to be, you know, absolutely gorgeous or really expensive. So I just want to kind of show you guys a couple of things that you can do to help save yourself some money and still have, some decent looking enclosures, and also help, which does help to provide your reptiles with a sense of security. So I gathered everything up before this video, I think, and I'm going to show you guys some of the stuff that I've got, some of the stuff that I use, and some of the stuff I will be using in the future. I've still got to get a couple more tools or access to some better power tools that aren't quite so dangerous to try to use with just your hands, and that'll make some of this stuff a little bit easier. And I know some of the things I'm going to show you guys not everybody has access to, but it's stuff that could simply be subbed out for like paper towel rolls or toilet paper rolls. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. First and foremost, like I said, you can even do something as simple as a toilet paper tube. Everybody uses toilet paper. Whenever you get done with using your toilet paper, instead of throwing the roll away or recycling it or whatever you would normally do, recycle it yourself. Instead of taking it and paying somebody to deal with it after you're done, all you need is a little bit of hot glue, or another safe alternative. I've heard of some people even using silicone to do stuff like this, but quite frankly, hot glue's quick, it's easy to deal with. You can get a hot glue gun. The one I use, I got this little cheap thing. It cost me like $5 at Walmart, and it came with a couple of glue sticks, and it works just fine for me. I've been using these, which are just little cheapo. It was like $1 or $2 for this package, and then I went ahead and I went out and I got some Gorilla Glue, some Gorilla Glue sticks. Now that's not necessarily, I don't really think it's necessary most of the time, unless if you're going to be sticking stuff to the glass that your reptiles might actually climb on, then you might want to go ahead and go this route. It does adhere to glass and like smooth metals and plastics a little bit better than regular hot glue. So I think if it's going to support any weight at all, if your reptiles might accidentally or even intentionally climb on it, then this package of was 75. There's 75 of them in here. And this package was only like $5, and toilet paper roll, basically free. It comes with your toilet paper. Use your toilet paper instead of throwing it away. Keep them. Now I've also got, this is basically like the inside rolling for your gift wrapping paper, or which this specifically came out of some screen repair mesh that I had bought. I've got a couple different sections of it. I've actually already used some. You guys have seen Drago's enclosure. The two pieces that are hanging in there I actually cut from this as well, and it's actually just stuck back together with hot glue again. And you see several different options for, let's get this face tracking back on. You see several different options for backing, for tank backings. If all you're looking for is to give your animal a little bit of security and definite edges, somewhere that they see they can't go past, then you can do something as simple as I did. Wrapping paper. You buy the stuff every year. It's $1, $2 a roll. You get done with it at the end of the year and you throw it back into your closet or into storage or whatever. It doesn't take hardly any of this. You just cut it down to the size you need and wrap it around. I'm going to be cutting 2 sections of this today to go around Drago's enclosure and Pandora's enclosure, and actually I will have enough scrap just from doing those 2 that I'll actually be able to do Titan's enclosure as well. So I'll be wrapping all 3 of their enclosures, which, yes, this looks plaid, but on the inside it's just white. It's white. If you don't want it, if you don't want white, you can get just a plain colored wrapping paper and put that as the backing, or you can get some of that party wrapping paper even that's got clouds on it and make it all pretty, and that's still a lot cheaper than going out and buying the actual aquarium backing that is supposed to be water resistant, it's self-adhering, all that fun stuff, but it costs $1.25 or more a foot. The 2 places I found it, that stuff's expensive. I mean, yeah, it's heavy duty, it's got print on it already. This has got print on it, but you know what, it doesn't need to be heavy duty. It's on the outside of the tank, and this, if it tears, you go cut another strip off. Not that big a deal. Whereas if you do happen to mess up that aquarium backing, oh look, I lost my face tracking again. Well, that's a little sad. So if you do happen to tear or mess up that aquarium backing, you've got to go out and buy another strip of that stuff at that expensive price again. And that's just kind of unrealistic if you're if you move them around very much at all, which I would hope you're really not. Or even if you've got multiple or several enclosures that you're trying to do. Right now we've only got a total of 4, but we intend to have far more in the future. So in my opinion, buying, even if you were to buy it in bulk and try to get it cheaper, that's expensive. So, and today is all about teaching you ways to save money. So let's just go ahead and get into this. So I also went out, I did talk about buying hides, but it's also really easy to go super simplistic. And for animals like ball pythons, they would just as soon you go simplistic. They don't need a whole bunch of really fancy, flashy stuff. It doesn't necessarily have to look like nature. That part's really more for us and a little bit of security for them. So, everybody's got a dollar store near them. I personally went to the Dollar Tree. It literally, everything's $1. Got this nifty little bowl. It's $1. It's actually fairly resilient. I used a mini hacksaw and my knife actually to cut out this hole. And also while I was there, I picked up this tub, which I've also already cut. I'm going to use this as a hide for Drago. I also got this one for $1. All of this, actually no, I take that back. I got this one at Walmart, but it was also $1. It was 97 cents and came with a lid even. The others didn't have lids. Now you see, there's stuff in here. This is actually, as you can kind of see, there's a decent amount of stuff in there. Yeah, now the face tracking is actually being a pain. So this is fake plants that, guess what, I got at the Dollar Tree. Everything in this only cost me $1 a piece. I've got 4 foot of vines, another 4 foot another 4-foot. I bought 16 feet of vines for $4. And all you got to do is spray these down with a disinfectant, preferably F10, which I got my F10 in last week, and I've been spraying everything down with it now, so I know everything's safe. And then look at this, little fake plants, succulents that will also get sprayed down. Now you do have to kind of watch on some of these. I've got another one that I didn't bring with me, I'll have to grab it later, that you got to kind of watch. Some of these are actually painted, and you got to kind of pay attention to that, because if it's painted, like the other one I've got, it might actually start to peel off, which could be something that your animals accidentally ingest. Oh, well, Jace to the rescue. So like I said, this one I'm not going to be using, because after I got it home, I realized it was painted and the stuff started to kind of flake off. So, I won't be using this one. So that is something you do have to kind of watch, pay attention for. Make sure that you're not putting something into your enclosure that may end up hurting them in the long run. Toss that one to the side. So, and each of these were $1, like I said. And I got this one here. I got a couple of these, just basic little like grassy, ferny type plant. Just really basic little things. And they're $1. And these ones actually just happen to come with a clamp on the back. So if you wanted to, clip them onto something, you can. What I will be doing is actually, I'm still debating whether or not I'm going to leave the clips on. I'll probably go ahead and try that out for, one or two, but I'm just going to be hot gluing these down. So even if I do leave the clamps on, all that is just a little extra height, which, now that I think about it, I'll probably go ahead and take them clamps off just to make sure, they are kind of, they're $1, so they're kind of roughly machined. So, I don't want to cause any catches or edges that may end up causing a problem down the road. Okay guys, so I just went ahead, I did the hide for you guys, so you see it really wasn't that difficult. It did probably take me, a half hour or so, but, it's kind of the way it goes. It costs you less, but it takes more time. And quite frankly, I'm happy with it. You guys may have noticed that I didn't cover all the way down to the bottom. Simple reason for that is I actually intend to kind of work it into the substrate a bit, and I figured that would be easier without any extra cocoa husk on the outside to potentially peel off or what have you. I just want to throw a little bit in here real quick that those tubes that I pulled out at the beginning, the bigger ones that kind of look like paper towel tubes, but they're like gigantic. I work in a factory, and those are the cores to like label rolls that we use. So I get those completely for free. All I got to do is ask my boss if it's cool if I take some home. I understand that not everybody's going to have access to something like that, but it's something that you guys, it's just little stuff like that. Look around. It doesn't necessarily have to be stuff at your house. If you've got boxes from work, or just anything really, think outside the box. And yes, I do apologize for the editing skills, guys. I know some of my stuff's kind of choppy. I've cut off a couple of words here and there, but I'm still learning. It'll all get better as I get better, and some of that just kind of takes time. I was going to try to edit this up on my computer, but I was having issues. My computer's old. It doesn't really want to keep up. It's like 9 or 10 years old now, so hardware's just not up to date. It's not keeping up with the programs, and honestly, I'm having a little bit of issues learning them. So as I learn those, I'll start to transition over. And also, my apologies about the music in the background on the whole thing. It may not bother anybody, but that's I forgot to shut off my TV. I had been playing a game on the PlayStation, and yeah, that was just the menu music. So I apologize if that threw anybody off or annoyed anybody. Alright, if you liked the video, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, tell me a little bit about what you've maybe done for your animals, something that you might have an idea for me in the future. And don't forget to like the video, Maybe subscribe if you like my content. There will be more in the future, and it will get better. Don't forget to, share me around a little bit. Tell your friends about me. And I do greatly appreciate it. So I will see you guys in the next one.